So how many of you have sublimated the new glass tumblers, otherwise known as the glass cans, with the bamboo lids and the clear straw? And how many of you find the sublimation shrink wrap becoming cured to the glass, and no matter what you do, you can't get the sublimation shrink wrap off? Well, before we get started, hi, I'm Tori. Welcome to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So I've been watching tons of tutorials on how to remove the sublimation shrink wrap, but for some reason it isn't working for me. I can get most of the shrink wrap off except for around the rim of the glass. The key to removing the shrink wrap is peeling it while it's hot, but that hasn't worked for me. Then I thought about skipping the shrink wrap altogether and just making sure that I tape the sublimation paper down securely, but that didn't work as well. So today I'm going to try a new way with you guys, and hopefully this works. And if you have the same issues, the key to removing the shrink wrap is peeling it while it's hot, but that hasn't worked for me. Then I thought about skipping the shrink wrap altogether and just making sure that I tape the sublimation paper down securely. That also did not work, as you can see. So today I'm going to try a new way with you guys, and hopefully this works. And if you're having the same issues that I'm having, hopefully you can benefit from this tutorial and not waste most of your sublimation glass cans like I did. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. So the first step is taking the bamboo lid off, and we need to clean the glass. So we're going to use rubbing alcohol. And the reason we're doing this is because you want to remove any debris that may be on the glass. So then you want to dry it really well. While that dries, let's cut the paper. This came off the sublimation printer, and we're going to go ahead and just cut it. You can see if there's any excess to cut off. So we have this. Just going to cut a little bit more off. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure that this is the right way for the mug, because you don't want it to be upside down. It's very important that the paper lines up. Since I cut the top, we're not going to line that part up, since I know it's not completely even, but the bottom is completely even. So we're going to go ahead and lay this down, and then we need to wrap this, and again it needs to line up perfectly down here so that we know it is even on the glass. So this looks perfect. You also want to pull the sublimation paper very tight because you want it to be pressed very securely against the glass. So let's go ahead, we're going to use heat resistant tape, and we're going to tape it down. Okay, the next step that I want to do is I want to tape the top and the bottom. Okay, so now we're going to apply this down here and fold it over. And again, I'm just pressing against the sublimation paper at the bottom to make sure that it's firmly pressed against the glass. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing at the top. The issue that I'm having is the sublimation shrink wrap is so cured up here that it doesn't come off all the way up here. So what I was thinking is I'm still going to use shrink wrap, but I'm going to do it differently. So let's go ahead and just kind of measure this out. So let's go ahead and we're going to okay. Okay, so this is covering almost the entire tumbler. Let's push this down a little bit. So, okay, then, so I have this, you know, so it's almost there, and then, you know, a little bit here. So now let's go ahead and use the heat gun and see what happens. Because we want it to be able to press against the sublimation paper. Okay, so every time I would go ahead and sublimate, my issue is always at the top and not the bottom. So I'm thinking because this is rounded, it's curved at the bottom, it makes it easier to peel off versus it having to go in the groove. So before this gets too attached, I'm just gonna cut this here and try to take some of this part off, just around the rim. So let's see. Maybe I can like fold this down and melt it away from it, because it gets up here is where it tends to not want, it cures really hard and it doesn't want to come off. So let's see if I can melt it blowing away. See if that does anything. Okay, so we have this, and I just don't have the lip area or the rim area, whatever you want to call it. I don't have the heat. I don't have the sublimation shrink wrap covered there. So hopefully this helps you guys and this works. So let's go ahead and we're going to sublimate it in a convection toaster oven. And it's important that you preheat the convection toaster oven at least 15 minutes before using it. We're going to set it at 356 degrees, and we're going to sublimate it for 10 minutes. Okay, so this is the convection toaster oven. I have it set at 356 degrees. It preheated for 15 minutes. We are going to place parchment paper on the rack because the sublimation shrink wrap melts, and you rather it melt on the parchment paper than on the rack. So let's go ahead and place this in here. And we're going to place the glass there, and we are going to set the timer for 10 minutes. And I'm not going to turn it or anything. I'm just going to leave it as is for 10 minutes. So we'll be right back. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and turn this off, and we need to move fast because you want to do it when it's warm. And remember to wear your heat-resistant gloves because it is very, very hot. Let's go ahead and remove the tape. That's really, really, really hot. I'm just going to cut that. Very, very hot. And I just grabbed a weeder just to kind of get a little bit of this. Okay, and let's try to take this off. I think it worked, you guys. I'm so excited. This is my 4th time trying this. How's it look? So I think that worked pretty well. But I noticed here, there's like a little bit of a mark because this is a frosted glass. So you can see kind of here. I'm assuming that is the line where we did the shrink wrap. So I don't know how well that worked, to be honest with you. But I'm happy with this because I cannot, for the life of me, get it to work the other way with sublimating, using the shrink wrap over the entire thing. So I know you're supposed to do it when it's hot. Just for some reason, it just doesn't work for me. So I hope that I helped you guys. if you're having the same issue I am. And comment below, let me know. Let me know if you guys have the same issue as me. Is it just me? Or also comment below and let me know tips and tricks, what you've done besides taking it off when it's hot, because that one doesn't work for me. And as always, you guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.